Another week of Winter 2025 anime tier list where I go over the most recent episode and judge it based on how I felt about it. Here is the categories. Peak, what the fuck? This to be changed to great. This was just from Momentary Lily, good, mid, and Dookie dropped. The reason that Neat Kunoichi has been dropped without us even watching it, I don't think it's a bad anime. I haven't even checked it out. It's just that the copyright holder for this is King's Record. And the reissue of King's Record, like Kodansha, they go on strike. Everything is just not worth touching. First up, let's talk about Nutmaster. Nutmaster is genuinely a fun vibe. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put it on great this week. I enjoyed how he one-shot the loser hero with the broomstick. I love how Ida is such a bundle of delight. She's just so happy and bubbly, and all she cares for is pizza. Lena has also, you know, joined our side. Everything is going great. We have a nice family. And there's a lot of mysteries on, like, the church lady, the sister, and how she views us. It's pretty decent. I actually enjoy Nutmaster a lot. Fantastic anime. Next up, let's talk about Magic Maker, or shall I say, Incest Maker? Listen, first episode, literally nothing happened. Because they were trying to really set up this premise that the sister loves the brother. And it's just cute, wholesome vibes, but nothing really happening. He just wants to see if magic exists, and there's hints that obviously this is an isekai character. We don't get it from his perspective though just yet. And then the last 5 minutes, that's right, Yoshisuga no isekai. The sister loves him so much to the point that the whole test of how are these magic bubbles found in the water? Courtship between a female and a male fish. Love. Love. Not siblingship love, but actual romantic love. And when the sister and brother hugged, I was like, what the hell? And we got magic. So it's just, the episode itself didn't impress me. The ending was pretty hilarious. Cause like, oh, this is how they're gonna do magic. It was, maybe it was good. I think it's a mid. Let's give it a couple more episodes. I'm willing to watch a couple more. On the topic of really mid animes, bro, where is this anime? Oh, also, where is it? Okay. This anime is so fucking mid. I can't. It's so... All the fight scenes are immediately off screen. The story is kind of interesting because you got the little bro that's trying to do his thing, but like the elder bro and his dad wants to take all the credit for it, and we have like a mentor teaching us OP magic, and now like the girls just want to be our slaves because if they become slaves, they get powers. It's so mid. It might be the most mid anime of this season, truly. Like, if I compare these, I mean, this was not... And here's... These two characters almost look the fucking same, too. It's just... For some reason, y'all keep watching it. I know there's an episode that came out, you know, today, actually. Or yesterday, I guess. I'm gonna upload episode 2 and see the performance. If you guys actually keep watching, I guess we can. It's just... At this point, I'm just watching it to see what new girls are gonna become our slaves. That's it. It's just Jesus Christ. Next up, ReZero, not airing just yet. Let's talk about Yuba Blatt. Yuba Blatt? I thought it was a good episode. I genuinely thought that it was a good episode. Very interesting setting, right? This whole futuristic technology that exists with space hovercraft carriers, yet everyone else is living like it's the fucking medieval century. The monks, the monastery. Some people say that it's like Warhammer-esque in terms of the setting. I loved it. Edgy, dark. But the issue is... nobody cares for it on my channel. Yuba Blatt is dropped because the performance is beyond bad. And it is what it is. Unfortunate. And another anime that we watched that is also getting dropped. I enjoyed Honey Lemon Soda. Honey Lemon Soda first episode I thought was a very nice rom-com. A girl that's not a damsel in distress. A guy that's a little bit rude and asshole-ish but actually cares about the girl. And the girl wants to change. She wants to move forward and she is changing. First episode was great. It was good. But like, oh, this too, man. Like, These two are the worst performing series. And I mean, this is a very old show, right? Very, very old show with dark fantasy that not a lot of people enjoy. And this is shoujo, right? I just don't think it really mixes with their audience quite well. So unfortunate, but womp womp. Next up, this is pretty much just not even airing anymore, so we can put this down. I'm also probably not even checking Farm Magia out. I haven't even watched Farm Magia yet, but I hear, like, and I'm just basing it off the comments. Who knows how good actually is or bad it actually is. I hear it's fucking ass. I hear that it's a literal children's show because, like, it's based off of a game, and I don't know how true this is. So let me know in the comments if you actually watched this. I hear it's not even worth checking out because it's an actual Goo Goo Gaga baby show. So, like, it's undecided. I'm just kind of leaving it there. Maybe it's really good. Maybe it's bad. Who knows? Great Alchemist was actually pretty good. The first episode, I was not the biggest fan of the setup. Introducing the world, the system. Just kind of chilling. Slice of life, just vibing. Second episode, I'm more into it now. I love how in-depth they went in with the whole plumbing system here. Bro made a fucking toilet. Everyone's popping off. The spider is so goddamn cute. The spider slice of life might be the best of this, you know, this anime. There is a new, there's a slavery aspect. Isekai and slavery, you know, it just always goes well together, right? So, bro was like, slavery? No slavery. And then he sees the elf and he's like, oh, maybe a little bit of slavery. So, it's a silly episode. It's good. I think it's pretty decent. Next up, we got Zenshu. Zenshu, I think, goes on great. I don't necessarily think that it was peak. The first episode, obviously, I wanted to give it a good rating because it's like the first episode popping off. Second episode, too, was very fun. Maybe it should be peak, but I'm going to keep it at great for now. I don't know. Maybe it's peak. I mean, it's definitely better than Nutmaster. Maybe I'll put it in peak for now. Zenshu, I think, is just quality. It is absolute quality because, obviously, Mappa. There is a sequence of events that happen with the drawing scene where Natsuko Hirose like draws like these tentacle like missile projectile like shit. We got the Itano Circus animation going, bro. That went crazy. Episode 2 immediately followed up the episode 1, right? We got some hype action happening. Yunio is low-key kind of funny because he's like a lecherous little horse that wants the elf to ride him. And that's pretty much it. Luke is a misogynist asshole that is honestly turning into like a husbando for her. It's good. It's really fun. Next up, we got the Headhunted in Another World. Headhunted is actually performing really poorly. I'm still keeping it on the roster. Most recent episode was just more diplomacy, bringing in the not the Minotaur, the orcs or some shit. Yeah, and like basically we got like a political marriage kind of happening. The boss's daughter or some shit. That's like a standard episode. It's good. It's good. Next up, we got. I haven't checked out Welcome to Miss Elf just yet, right? I should probably just do undecided. So I'm undecided about Miss Elf. There's way too many weeklies happening right now where I can't even cover community series anymore. Every day is literally 4 weeklies. It's a bit of a concern. It's definitely a good problem to have, but it's still a problem. Miss Elf falls in the day where there's like literally 6 weeklies happening. So I kind of like delayed it. I will check out the performance of Miss Elf and other people's channels as the winter 2025 goes on. If there is a similar correlation of demand but low supply, like Ranma or something else, I might just check it out. But it's kind of like on standby for now. But there's a good chance that we'll be just marathoning this in the future, though. There's a good chance. Appraiser Isekai, or it's not an Isekai, it's just a dungeon crawling show. This was also just good. It was. Oh, it's just we got fucked twice in the anime, huh? Bro gets done dirty and then like almost dies and gets saved and then gets done dirty again. It's just first episode is just suffering and suffering and suffering. I think we're gonna get some OP powers pretty soon. and do our whole standard, you know, oh, weakest guy is actually, you know, OP and get a revenge. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I don't think there's much interest in my channel for this anime, but I do want to check out episode 2 and beyond. So it's just hanging on there. It's just hanging on there. Red Ranger Isekai. Watched it recently. The reactions will go up. It will. It's just taking a bit of time. This was great. Red Ranger was fantastic. Quality. I love how everyone in the Isekai world is just mind blown by this Power Ranger tech, because the concept is, you know, Sentai, right? It's power of friendship bonds, and that's it. That's the power system. So the Magic Girl is like, what the fuck is happening? Why does explosions happen every time that you transform? I love the running gag. It's nice. Also, the girl's fan service, it's crazy stupid. The premise of the Isekai, other than the uniqueness of him being a Power Ranger, we haven't really seen anything just yet, right? We need the plot to slowly develop, and I'm sure that's going to be handled in the second episode onwards, but fantastic anime. I really enjoyed it. Another brand new anime that we checked out is the A-Rank Party Kicked Out. This too, low-key, was great. It was. First episode, and apparently 2 cores. Apparently 2 cores has already been confirmed, which is fantastic. 24 episodes coming out. It's the standard kicked out of the party, gets bitches and do their own thing and make other people jealous anime. But the difference is he quit himself rather than getting kicked out. And he has his 3 students that he used to teach a long time ago. We made a party called Clover. There's a live streaming aspect of this, which is very interesting because other people will now see our adventures and be jealous and, I guess, mauled, which will be fun. The Thunder Pike party, right? The one that, like, try to kick us out, or the one that were taking advantage of us, right? We'll see our, you know, heroic adventures and probably mauled. So there's a little bit of, you know, the revenge element there. The quality of the anime, the production was great. I think fantastic. It's a great anime. You should check it out if you haven't. Yes, Roxy, Sylphie, and Eris in another world. There's Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. Next up, Sakamoto Days. Peak. It was peak. It was fun. First episode. There's a lot of drama happening. A lot of doom and gloom about this anime regarding the fight scenes. Obviously, people are comparing it to crazy shit like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. Like, it's not gonna have that level. But still, I thought it was fantastic. Pretty standard anime of a man that just wants to settle with his family, but like a gangster. So people are coming for him to kill him. But he just like handles business like no other. The amount of aura farming that he does, it's just so great. I loved it. It's a cute, wholesome action show. I think it's very broad appealing. Unfortunate that the performance is not on the level of Dandadan. And it is what it is. But hey, it's good enough to still watch though. I loved it. Next up. Kuroi wa Medaka. This one was great. Okay. It's just fan service the anime, bro. The dude doesn't want bitches. Why? Because he wants to raise a temple. And the girl is born as like the most prettiest popular girl and was always glazed. So whenever she has someone that's not simping for him immediately, she's like, what the fuck is happening? She goes on to just do everything. She was putting out so much fan service and my man was still locked in. And it's not that he doesn't find her unattractive. It's just that he just is trying to lock in and just complete No Nut November. It was just pure fan service and fun. Let's see how much this can keep like repeating itself without getting dull, but great episode for the first one. Next up, we got Momentary Lily. I ain't gonna lie, guys. This shit was peak. This shit? And it doesn't get views on YouTube. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. The level of despair and fear from Erine, the character that was sacrificing herself to buy time for the rest of her friends, as she then turned to say like, you fucking lied to me, why didn't you show up? Fuck every one of you, you know? I'm gonna die alone. Like bro, that sequence, and I don't have emotional depth. I don't have emotional engagement with the characters. I don't care that someone died. But it was the shocking level of despair that the voice actor was able to convey after 2 episodes of just happy couple, yay, cooking, yay, so funny, and then they hit us with some Akame ga kill shit, and I was like, oh, wow. It is such an interesting anime, cause like it's Studio Gohan's anime. They try way too hard to be different, but I think the most recent episode, that shit was cracked. I genuinely felt like horror. Just absolute despair as Erine is like trying to survive. She has a shield on, the alien machines are attacking her and the shield's breaking and she's crying, having a mental breakdown, and oh my god, like, oh, it was a cathartic experience. Now, can they keep doing this and be good? I don't know. I honestly should be dropping this in terms of performance, but I want to keep checking it out. I want to keep checking out what Studio Gohans can do. Next up, we got Solo Leveling. Obviously, go to the fucking peak, right? Come on. Most recent episode was beyond peak, man. It was so hype. There's a lot of peak, this week's, man. Solo Leveling popped the fuck off. First episode was pretty hype, came back, right? But it's like second episode, man. Oh my god, the fight scene, our shadow, excuse me, oh Jesus Christ, our shadows just pulling up the bears, the soldiers fighting the ice elves, and Baruka. I think Baruka was a fantastic antagonist, man. He was like 1v3ing at the minimum of Iron, Igris, and Sung Jin-woo, and Iron too, right? The whole Kim-char into literal iron. Char means iron in Korean. I love that. Kim-char's shadow also having so much more personality for these slice of life moments where Igris is like becoming more tsundere and like sighing at him. And the caster dudes are all like excited and like hyping everyone up. Like, that was fantastic. Jinwoo versus Baruka and scenes were mind-boggling good. Just aura farming like crazy. What else is happening too? Sung Diddy-woo. There's a lot of listen, we already talked about in the reaction about how the so what about the underage aspect is not Diddy-woo at all. But yes, Diddy-woo indeed. Next up, we got Mail Order Isekai. This was actually fantastic. I enjoyed this maybe the most. The first episode of an isekai is really hit or miss. Like, for example, where is it? I think that Red Ranger did a good job. I think that Great Alchemist was just, it was just kind of awkward. I think that this was also very awkward as like the first isekai, because like you're spending way too much time just kind of like handling all the boring shit. Mail Order Isekai immediately skipped all that bullshit and went into the good shit. We're immediately interacting with other guild members. We're like the adventurous tab. Bro, we got laid immediately because bro gave her a candy and then drew her like a French girl. Fantastic anime where the main character is also like not a loser neat who is like a virgin who is like, oh my god, and being all fucking childish. He's a grown-ass man. He got laid, didn't even talk about it, just fucking went on with his life. He's going out to do his merchantry stuff using his Amazon Prime, which is Shangri-La. Interesting how he get taxed on the goods, which is kind of fucked up. But first episode of Mail Order Isekai was fantastic. Yes, Giga Chat MC. Sukuna as the main character too. Next up, we got Apothecary Diaries. And Apothecary Diaries, I'm sorry guys, it was great. It was not peak. It's a setup episode. We're getting introduced to a new season, new arc. There was nothing so crazy that I think that it can compete with these shows, genuinely. I don't think I'm being unfair. I think that the first episode, ask yourself what happened. Everything was introducing new characters and the new arc about to happen and meeting a cat. It was a fantastic episode. I love this shit. But if you actually think that Apothecary Diaries, the most recent episode, is anywhere close to Solo Leveling or any of the peaks that this had, there was no peak in Apothecary Diaries. And it's fair. It's not supposed to have a peak. It's the first episode coming back to establish this new arc, and it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with being great. We got a cat. There's a new murder mystery happening, which also coincides with the cat's entrance because the back alleyway, that's where the cat was found. And that's also where, like, the night when it was raining, someone got attacked. We got 2 new girls showing up from desert lands. 2 blonde girls, which is gonna be so fucked up in terms of the identity crisis, because this show, the way that it hides identities and constantly misdirects, god damn dude, it's gonna get me again. We got that new girl from the trailer. She, oddly enough, looks like Lulan. She does. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that's actually her or not, but hey, it was a great episode to return to season 2, and I'm sure the next episodes and beyond will be amazing. Next up, we got Guild Receptionist Girl. This is a great anime too. Guild Receptionist, Takahashi Rie is really selling the show with their voice acting. Just like how the main character in the show is soloing these dungeons to get off work on time, Takahashi Rie is also soloing the anime with their voice acting. It's just, people are calling this like the Yoshikage Kira, like the guy that wants to like live a quiet life in JoJo's. I guess she wants to live a quiet life because her identity is a secret, right? Her identity is a secret. She has these OP powers that comes from like these direct ancestor magic known as Dias, I think, but everyone else is using like a different subset of magic, and she wants to keep that shit a secret and just wants to like be a, you know, just a public servant. But she also can't fucking clock off work if these losers keep taking so much time, so she has to solo everything. Fantastic anime. It was great. The opening's visuals were also amazing. The ending was very cute too. Next up, what do we got? We got 100 Girlfriends. 100 Girlfriends came back pretty fucking strong. It did. 100 Girlfriends came up pretty fucking strong. Dude, immediately we start kissing. Immediately we start breaking the fourth wall. It just starts popping off immediately. No time for any sort of setup or introduction. No. How long has it been? Shit, like a year? Oh shit, the honeymoon period. We gotta start kissing immediately. We do that, and then we do it all over again to free the girls and have their souls come back. We got a brand new character coming in known as Kurumi, and Kurumi is like this, what's her name? Kurumi is like this food daddy. She's basically just angrier than Karane if she's not eating all the time. What a bipolar ass girl. She is, I'm not gonna say she's gonna be my favorite character, but interesting new girl to show up to our, you know, addition of the harem. So now we have like what, 7 girls now? Fucking crazy. Next up, we got the Girl I Hate anime. Most recent episode was pretty good. I think that Shisei is hard carrying. Unfortunate that Shisei is not even on the cover picture of this. Our, you know, little cousin. Shisei for CEO. My life for Shisei. So fucking cute. I was actually siding with Akane a lot in this episode of how like she was getting upset that he wasn't doing his dishes or just like, you know, keeping maintenance, like basic hygiene. I could actually relate to that. So it was good. Nothing crazy happening. It's just seeing us eye to eye and trying to like compromise against each other and live a fucking somewhat of a healthy, you know, life. So it was good. It was good. And finally, we got, yep, I don't care. I'm putting this shit over solo leveling. I am. I'm actually, honestly, it should be like this, but like, bro, that first episode blew my expectations out of the water. For the first time, my favorite show conceptually of a brand new season actually delivered beyond my expectations. The team working on this cracked. The animation director, Takeuchi. This guy, oh my god. The level of polish in this anime. And this is just a production value, right? It's just a production value aspect. I love the scene when the table was like zooming in as we go to Grace's fan and she does her hair twirl, pink flashy effects everywhere, and she fucking flexes the fan and does a cute pose, and it's just aura farming. But the concept of the show to a 52-year-old fucking public servant boomer dad who then goes into an otaku otome game, who then acts as a villainess and is able to riz the main character, where now Yuri is happening. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Everything about the show is fucking peak. The opening and the ending. The ending, oh my god, the Samba ending is fucking crazy. This, I'm so glad. Like, I knew solo leveling was gonna be good. I knew that 100 Girlfriends and most likely Sakamoto Today is gonna be good, right? But like this, I was worried for. Not a lot of people are really talking about this. Not a lot of people had much expectations. But I had hope that it would deliver, and god damn, Takeuchi's team absolutely delivered on this. And this is my tier list for this most recent episode. Remember, undecided, drop because of viewership, undecided. These two aren't even fucking airing right now. I don't even know what the fuck they're doing here, honestly. I should be putting this down over here, right? A lot of people are probably gonna be screeching at me saying, oh my god, why didn't you put a Apothecary Diaries in episode 1? Listen, I care about pop-off moments. Huge exposition and setting up shit doesn't warrant the peak of the tier list. If you genuinely think that the highlights from any of these episodes are like on the same level as just setup and exposition, I think you are being delusional, and I think you're letting your bias get in the way of objective analysis. But at the end of the day, who the fuck cares about objective analysis? This is my own fucking biased personal tier list. Go fuck yourself.